What is up, guys, and welcome to today's video. I'm looking over there because 2 seconds ago when I said Jazz, I'm going to start recording, she was like, what is up, guys? And she didn't perfect my accent, but she was mocking me. So when I said what is up, guys, as I start all my videos, I looked at the mocker over there. But today is a video about why this Brit moved to Canada. And I know in a lot of my videos I've said I live in Toronto, Canada, but I haven't explained why I'm here, why I have this funky accent, which if I don't dilute down, Canadians struggle to understand. So yeah, why am I here? Basically, I am 27 years old. Worked in an office for the last 8 years. I won't bore you with the details of what it was doing. So did that, had a career, and got to the point where I was seeing people going backpacking in Australia, doing these different things, and that wasn't really me. I'm not, although I kind of fell out of love with the idea of the conventional, you go to work 9 to 5, come home, that's it, have kids, do the same, send them to school, they do the same. That's not my idea of living, although I fell out of love with that. I didn't want to completely go like straight away out of the system and go backpacking and go and live in hostels and do whatever they do in Australia when people go over there, because a lot of Brits do that. They go over there, the weather's better, and yeah, just a lot of the pictures I've seen has been people looking slightly dirty, but nevertheless having a good time. So I looked at my options and I saw that I could get a 2-year working visa in Canada. And a lot of people do this. They come over here and they'll do a skiing holiday, working vacation, so they'll come and work in a ski resort. And the plan was, I was planning all this while I was at work, and the plan was to come here around November time and go and work in one of those ski resorts, a place called Blue Mountain near Toronto. And that was just because I thought that was my only option. I was working with a company called Bunac, who was kind of selling this idea to me. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, but at the time I wasn't well educated on what my options were, and they kind of made out as if that was the best option for me to take. So I was going to do that, but then I looked at my options and I thought, you know what, I'm pretty confident I can go out there, I can go out to Canada, I can come to Toronto, and I can make something work for myself. I can find a job, and I don't have to go and work in a ski resort doing some kind of job that I would not like, and working outside the city and away from everything else. Yes, it'd be different, yes, I'd be in a different country, but it wouldn't be something that I would be 100% enjoying. It would be more of a force just because I was leaving the UK. So I looked at my options and thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And we was going to pick up my brother one day from the airport, who lives in Sweden, and my mum said, just go for it. But that time when we was driving to pick my brother up from the airport, she said, Daryl, why are you waiting to go? And this was July. I said, why are you waiting to go in November? Why don't you just go in August? Lillian. And I thought, why not? Karen Hopker, you are a genius. So I started looking at my options, booked my flight, saved money up, quit my job, and 24th of August 2016 I touched down in Toronto, Canada, without a plan, without an idea. I was staying in a hostel at first, kind of doing that travelling thing. I thought, if I don't find a job, or if my plan always at first was to travel, so it was to see places and do different things. But instantly as I came to the city, spent 4 days here, so 24th, 28th in August, fell in love with Toronto. It was 30 plus every day, super sunny, My pale British skin got a burn mark on the back of my neck, which I still have a tanned neck to show the evidence of that. And yeah, I fell in love with the city. It being super close to New York. Sorry, I thought while I'm traveling, I will go somewhere I've always wanted to go. Took a 12-hour bus ride from Toronto to New York overnight and spent 4 nights in New York with a couple of buddies that I met in the hostel in Toronto. So yeah, that's how I ended up here in Canada, and I'm on a 2-year working visa. Like I said, I can stay legally till August 2018. I will probably do a separate video showing you guys how to apply for a visa. Maybe, I don't know. I like being one of the few Brits over here. I always say to Jazz that when I see another one, I'm like, there's another one over there. And normally Southerners. A lot of people around here haven't heard a northern voice, so it kind of throws them off. Jazz thinks I sound like Shrek.
You do.
I don't know.
Say it.
Donkey.
No.
What's the same?
That'll do donkey.
That'll do donkey. But the reason why I'm here in this apartment, the honest truth, I came and never left. No, that kind of is the truth. But the honest truth why I'm here is the night before I left Toronto to go to New York, I was on Tinder, and me and Jazz started talking, as young people do. People use Tinder now. It's like the modern day MSN. And I've mentioned MSN quite a few times this week. I think I miss it.
Bring it back?
I want MSN about cam to cam. Song lyrics in my name. Caps lock, lowercase, star hat. Anyways, but yeah, met Jazz on Tinder, got talking, spoke the whole time through my time in New York, and yeah, I was going out of focus. Yeah, so we got talking and we arranged to meet when I was coming back to Toronto. So came back from New York, spent a couple of days in Montreal because it was on the way. Got back to Toronto, again stayed in the hotel, and then came here, and that was back September?
It was September 5th.
September 5th I came here, this apartment, and didn't leave. I believe the dictionary term for that is squatting. That's what gypsies do. They go somewhere and they squat and then refuse to leave. So that's what I did. No, but seriously, jokes aside, Jazz is one of the best people I've ever met in my life. Sorry, just the hospitality and how kind she was to let me stay here. She was like, you know what? Because at times at first I was like, this isn't for me. I've never lived in a big city before. I come from a small city back home, and I was gonna leave. I was planning my trip home, and yeah, I was just gonna go. And she said, but do you really want to do that? She gave me advice. She was like, do you want to do that? You're just going back, and then I guarantee in a couple of months you'll regret it. You've got a good opportunity here to enjoy yourself for 2 years in Toronto, Canada. And I was like, you know what, Jazz? You're right. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate staying here. We are now together in a relationship, which is awesome. We have Lily, the pug, which you've seen before in other videos, and you heard her a second ago. You probably, yesterday in my video that I made, there was like, that wasn't me or Jasmine sleeping. That was Lily just walking by, snorting, letting her presence be known. But yeah, that's how I came to be here in Canada, and I love it. I wouldn't trade my experience for anything. I've got another 1.5 years, which I can stay legally, and then I definitely want to renew. I definitely want to stay, enjoy my time. It's March now, so we're kind of coming into spring a little bit. I love it when I loved it in August. I got the end of summer, but it was kind of warm up to October, and I can't wait to spend a full summer in Toronto, travel around, and yeah, it's awesome. I suppose one of the main things I love about Canada is that it's so close to the States, but yet so different. So you can visit like crazy land, go and see all the cool stuff over there, and then come back home and know that you're in a more saner place, because Canada still has the crazies, but it's still pretty epic. I love the food, I love the people, I love the weather, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I wouldn't change anything for the world right now. So happy. Smell of maple syrup. Or day. And the $100 bill smell of maple syrup. Didn't know that. Sniffed one the other day. You know that?
Yeah, it's
The scratch and sniff. Yeah, so Hundy smells a little like maple syrup. Not completely.
Scratch it.
It's a scratch and sniff, isn't it? There we go. Mine's unhygienic though, so I don't like to get too close to it. And also, forgot to mention, I work at Lululemon. Started there on my birthday, October 27th. I work there, and I'm also a personal trainer as well, so I do that here. I've got my own clothing company, Peter Charles Clothing. Check it out on Instagram, Peter Charles Cloth. And why's my camera beeping? Yeah, so doing that, doing big things, and I love what I'm doing. Met tons of awesome friends at Lululemon. Wouldn't trade that experience for anything. And yeah, to be a personal trainer, to be working in an athletic brand, to be here in Canada, to be loving every second is the greatest feeling. So my advice to anyone that is wanting to take a leap and make a change in their life but is scared to do so, just do it. The worst thing that I could have done, the worst thing that could have happened to me coming here would be going home. And that's it. I'd be going home. If it didn't work out, I'd go home. That's it. Nothing bad would happen from that apart from I'd go back home. Go back to the drawing board, decide what I want to do. Luckily it worked out. Luckily I'm loving life right now. But yeah, anyone that's wanting to make that change but doesn't want to, or feels that they're scared or too comfortable, don't settle for being comfortable in life. If you're happy doing that, then do you. But for me, being comfortable and seeing myself in the same position 5, 10 years, 15 years later, that wasn't something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to be one of those people that complained, that never did anything about it. I'm always looking for solutions or ways to make myself happier or do things better. And coming to Canada, I found that. And I'm still building, I'm still growing as a person, and I'm loving every minute being here. From me and Lily, look, that's you. And from me and Lily and Jazz, she's waving at the side, we thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. There'll be videos on the daily, hopefully. If not, there will be definitely 4 or 5 videos a week. That's a brown hand. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time.